Yeah, of course. It's an absolute blessing to be here in this situation, to be where we are, where we started back in preseason, to make it all the way until we are now. We've done nothing but amazing things so far, and like you said, 3 games in a row. Third game in a row in this series of a few weeks. It's going to bring out a couple more problems than we've seen generally during the regular season. Of course, making these 3 games in a row, but overall the consistency is the same. Training's the same, and we're going to go after it like any other game.
You're talking about that back line because, again, you've had that back line change throughout the year, but the consistency of Manodua being able to also have that ball and take a couple dribbles in your box. What is that like now in the playoff situation where the stakes are higher?
We've had so many guys that have taken steps forward, taken a lot of steps forward, Manu being one of them, from where he started and where he's now at this point in the season. I'm so proud of him and so proud of the steps that he's taken. And we've had so many guys take steps up. There were injuries, suspensions, international breaks, whatever it may be. So many guys have taken that step up, and they've done amazing with it.
When was the last time you played somebody 3 times in a row?
I don't think I've ever played somebody 3 times in a row. Well, last year in the first round, okay. I would say. So that would be like the one and only time. But it is a different look to what we're usually used to.
How does the scouting report change or preparations change when you've seen the same film now 3 weeks in a row and you know their tendencies? Do you spend just as much time, less time? How does that work?
I mean, you kind of try to keep it consistent. Consistency is key, especially at this point in the season. You try to keep the same cadences, try to keep the same build up to each week. And obviously it's not necessarily easier, but it's definitely a lot better because there's a huge volume of things to look at over these last 2 games and potentially this third game as well. So it's a lot more volume than usually what we usually see.
Did they do anything to surprise you last time?
They're a great team, and they're a very dynamic team, and they're coached by a really good coach. They've been consistent as well. They've been doing really, really well, and they give us a tough test, and we're looking for a tough test on Saturday as well.
In these last 2 games you played them, you've outscored them 6-1. Do you expect maybe them to come out maybe throwing a few things, throwing caution to the wind, trying something maybe a little more desperate or dramatic, given the fact that their season is on the line with this game?
I mean, with it being in their house, with their home fans, it's going to be a lot of energy in the stadium, and we're just going to have to take that and kind of feed off of that energy and kind of make it our own game.
From a schematic standpoint, is there anything else they can do, they can try to throw at you that you haven't seen?
I mean, that's really up to them. We've done our scouting report, we've done our preparation, and this being the 3rd game, we have a good idea of what they're going to do, but nothing is straightforward in life and in this game, so we're just going to play our game and take what the game gives us.
You're probably going to have a bit of a wet ball from a goalie's perspective. How much does that change things?
I mean, there's just an added bit of concentration that you have to do. Maybe in the simpler actions that you usually don't think twice about, you're going to have to focus 110% on just the little actions, just those type of things.
You mentioned last year being part of the Miami squad. Anything you take from that experience that is helpful for you this year, just in terms of the situation that was there, that is existent now? Lots of people probably thinking, I've won nothing, feeling pretty good about just dialing in on the next one.
Yeah, it's kind of just taking that next step forward and taking that next step as a club and as an organization. You can take it across any other team that we face along the way, from previous seasons that I've been a part of and this season as well. It's just about taking it one step at a time and just I like to break it down 15-minute increments. So with that being said, I kind of don't really think of it too much like that. I kind of just focus on the 15 minutes I'm on.
Do you draw confidence in the last 2 wins, or do you try not to take anything like that to avoid maybe being overconfident?
I mean, obviously confidence is a really big thing for a player and for a club. And you can't help but take confidence in yourself and collectively, especially going on a couple wins. You're obviously going to be more confident with winning than losing. Obviously, that's just how it works. So we've been confident since day one. Since day one of preseason, since we walked in through these doors, I felt confident in myself. I felt confident in the team around me. I felt confident in the staff around me. So that's how we're going to take it into the game.
Yeah, this week we've been really focused. I think it's going to be a different kind of game now. Portland might change something, so we have to be ready for that. Whatever happens in the game, we trust our own style, our own way of play, and just be really focused from the beginning. Important to start really strong, sharp in the head also, and then take it from there.
We've seen Mikey trust you in several positions through the year. This last game, you were able to score San Diego FC's first ever playoff game. You also scored the first ever game at Snapdragon. What does that mean for you personally?
Yeah, obviously, it's nice to get goals and at important moments also. But like I've always said, for me personally, doesn't matter who scores the goals as long as we're playing good as a team and we're getting goals as a team and we're getting 3 points. So that's all that matters to me. Obviously, I'm happy if I get to contribute with goals or assists. And look forward for this next game and hopefully I can score again.
Do you ever talk with your dad, who also went through FC Dallas, now managing over in Scotland, about these games and situations, or is it just like a, hey Dad, this is what happened this weekend, or what do those talks look like with your father?
Yeah, now he's living in Europe now, so he doesn't really get to watch the games too much. So not so much. Obviously, through my younger career, he's helped me a lot. Now he's a coach himself, so he understands that every system is different. So there's no point of him telling me what to do because he trusts the project we're doing here, and he hasn't really stepped in or said anything to me. So I've liked how it's been our father-son relationship. We're both in football. He did tell me that these games are really fun and I should enjoy them. That they come quick and you just have to be ready for them. Looking forward for it.
Get off to about as good a 30-minute start in that last match as you could. Obviously, they're going to be trying to stop that. How do you find a way to replicate that in this next game?
Yeah, that's a good question. Obviously, every game we try to start strong. I think it's more also on the mental side that we have to do what we've trained and done the whole year. Really just see kind of what Portland's also doing, if they've changed something, if they've done something different. So we have to be ready for everything. We have to match their aggression also. Like I think they're gonna come really strong in duels, so we have to match that, and then just believe in our quality that we can do it. We've done it before, so yeah.
Mikey says you guys like wet fields, slick fields, kind of cooler temperatures. Why is that?
Obviously, a wet field, the ball moves faster, and like everybody's seen, we like to pass the ball. And when the ball moves fast, it's better for us, better for our style. We get more combinations and more people touching the ball. So that's why we enjoy the quick pitches.
You guys are doing penalty kicks are a little bit more in focus. How do you enjoy doing the PK drills?
Yeah, I think everybody has their own routine, and it's good to train them sometimes. Obviously, game situation is different when there's different kind of pressure to training. So that's some factor that we're trying also. So we make little bets on the field, like saying to get a little bit of the pressure situation. But yeah, the games are different. But I think everybody just practices their own routine, what they need to do in the game. So then, if the situation comes in the game, we're as prepared as possible.
Is there somebody who stands out who maybe we wouldn't identify as an attacking player, as a goal scorer? Somebody who's really good at that?
What I've seen, I think, quite solid PKs we've had from everybody. So hard to say anybody that stands out, and nobody's really. I think everybody wants to take a penalty also. Everybody's confident in it, and yeah.
Speaking of confidence, having won 2 in a row against the same team, do you draw confidence on that, or do you try to put that aside knowing it's a completely different game and don't get caught up in it?
Yeah, it's obviously you take the good things and you build on that, and you get confidence from good things. But we know every game is different, and every game starts at 0-0. So you have to. What happened in the last game, you can't take anything to this game. So you have to be as ready as possible, and I know we're going to be ready for this game.